I've kind of been watching the different dexes for a little while, and the Maya protocol rewards that you get for providing liquidity are not super high right now because they're real. Because there's no token inflation at all. There's no subsidies. It's just, are people paying? There you go. That's what you get. And at the well as Thorchain, you'd have a subsidy for a while, and still, as far as I understand, it's still going. Now, the difference is over time, you do kind of hit a suddenly then all at once sort of moment when then all of a sudden you have tons of volume coming through kind of this one kind of thing. An allegory for that is Bit Refill, which is a fantastic tool for living all on Dash, for example. It's, you can kind of use it for everything. Someone asked about what are some tools about Dash, and I dropped some links in the threadcast there. But Bitrefill was one of the very first apps that was heavily promoting the Lightning Network when it first came around a few years ago into public use, and usage just never picked up. And in my opinion, for very obvious reasons, because Lightning kind of sucks. But in their last update, they did get a significant bump from the integration of just a single app. There was just a single popular Argentinian Lightning Network app that integrated Bitrefill right into the app, and then you just saw that bump on there, kind of like Inleo taking off. And then hopefully we should be able to see a bump of Hive usage from, see it from space kind of thing, where you see the individual app from, like what happened there, and it's like, oh, that's those guys. And at some point we're going to see the same thing when you have tons of people going in and out with a variety of different cryptos, but hopefully mostly Dash, at least in the beginning. Then you're going to start to see that kind of bump really happen. And I've been watching like the LeoDex volume every few days. I'm just looking on the Maya scan stuff, the interface wars tab. It's broken right now, but whatever. When it's fixed, looking in there to be like, I can see like testing bumps in the LeoDex volume, here and there. Oh, it's obviously someone was testing out some stuff. But then now we're starting to see a little bit more consistent. And then eventually, especially when you get that first wave of cash outs, you're going to see that really go up.
Yeah, yeah, just consistent swap volume. I've definitely always been more interested in like where we can get consistent revenue, consistent cash outs, consistent swaps across the UI. How can we create, that consistent volume over a long period of time and essentially build a moat around, and I actually talked about this a lot, when it came to LeoDex, and why we built it in the first place is, why wouldn't we just use any other Maya interface and just not build LeoDex and just focus on building Inleo? And a big reason was that I thought we could build a really big moat around LeoDex because of the Hive aggregation technology. Our connection to Hive is something that obviously no other token on Maya has, which is that, we have the Leo pool on Hive and the Leo pool on Maya through the Arbitrum network. And then we also have the bridging tech to go to and from Arbitrum with Leo. So we're kind of uniquely positioned to build a big moat around LeoDex and kind of built-in swap volume, which is what you're kind of getting at. So yeah, I think LeoDex is very uniquely positioned to get a lot of that swap volume, and yeah, Maya scan's been down, but I usually check the volume every day. At least the Maya scan interface wars section is down, so that's usually where I was also tracking the trading volume. Now I've been looking at some of the trading volume on the @LeoDex account on Hive. So to just like, not to get too technical, to just give like a quick rundown of how this works, like with cash outs and premium payments, et cetera, and the one-click swaps. We essentially took the model that Maya, Thorchain, and Chainflip have, where they use Memos to conduct cross-chain swaps. We essentially took that model and we built it on Hive. So the reason why we're able to do the one-click swaps is because we now have the @LeoDex account doing, essentially intelligent memos that that's how the cross-chain swaps are actually conducted. So it's actually really fascinating. Like we basically built Maya/Thorchain/Chainflip on Hive, and we're calling it the Hive Aggregation Technology V2. And that's how all those swaps are now happening. Whereas before you had to click like 8 times because it was, you confirming each step of the transaction. Now you hit one button, it sends it to this contract that's doing intelligent memos, and then it all happens in the background. So like if you close the UI after that, it'll still happen, and eventually you'll just get the funds in your wallet, whatever your chosen input output was.